You're listening to That Home Loan Hub. I'm Zibuni Salimova, here to make home loans and property investing simple, smart, and stress-free. Let's get you closer to your property dreams. Debt and home loans. What you need to pay off and what can stay. Can you still buy a house if you've got a car loan, a credit card, or Afterpay? Let's break it down. Welcome back to That Home Loan Hub. I'm Zibuni Salimova, your mortgage advisor, mom of 4, and your personal hype woman for all things finance and first home buying. Today, we are going deep on something that stresses a lot of people out: debt. Specifically, what kind of debt you can get away with when applying for a mortgage and what you need to get rid of yesterday. Because, spoiler alert, not all debt is created equal. Why lenders care about your debt, you may ask. When you apply for a mortgage, the lender isn't just looking at your income and your deposit. They're also asking, do you have car loans, credit cards, buy now, pay later accounts like Afterpay, Zip, Lay-by, personal loans or overdrafts? And it's not because they want to judge you. It's because every dollar going to existing debt reduces how much you can borrow. It's all about servicing, whether you can afford the mortgage on top of your current repayments. Now, how debt impacts your borrowing power. Let's say you're earning $90,000 a year and you've got $15,000 car loan, a credit card with a $5,000 limit, and an Afterpay balance of $800. Thanks all those Nike shoes. Even if you make all your repayments on time, the bank will factor in monthly repayments on each of those debts, and that can reduce your borrowing power by tens of thousands. Even worse, the $5,000 credit card that you never use, the bank assumes it's maxed. Yep, there says limit, not balance. Now, let's look into the case study. Let me tell you about Ryan and Mel. They came to me with $70,000 deposit, stable income, and big dreams. But between a $25,000 car loan and the 2 credit cards with a combined $10,000 credit card limit, their borrowing power was not where it needed to be. I gave them a plan. We decided that to clear one credit card completely would be a good start. Lower the other credit card limit down to $1,000 and refinance the car loan to a lower repayment plan. 6 weeks later, we applied. Boom, their borrowing power increased by $92,000. That was the difference between a no-go and getting pre-approved for their first home in Port-au-Rouge. What debt is a deal breaker? Here is a quick guide to what lenders love and what makes them twitch. Now, get a pen. Let's go through the red flags. Red flags: payday loans, missed or late payments, high interest rate finance deals like Harvey Norman, Q cards, etc., and too many active buy now, pay later accounts. Neutral still affects borrowing, low interest rate car loans, credit cards with low limits, and student loans, especially in New Zealand, they're deducted automatically but still count. Green zone: clean repayment history, low or no consumer debt, and reducing limits before you apply. Now, you might ask, do you need to be debt-free to buy? The quick answer is no. You don't need to be squeaky clean, but you do need to be strategic. A well-managed car loan or a credit card won't necessarily stop you from getting approved, but having 5 buy now, pay later accounts, a maxed out card, and a car loan with 4 years left, that's going to limit your options. This is where working with a mortgage advisor helps. We can tell you what's hurting your application and whether it's worth clearing or not. Now, I've got some tips for you. I hope you still got that piece of paper and a pen. Get your credit report early. Check for surprises. Pay down small balances, especially buy now, pay later activities, and short-term finance. Lower your credit card limits, even if you don't use them. Stop applying for new loans. No new cars, no just-in-case credit cards, and talk to me first before you shuffle debt or consolidate anything. Now, final thoughts from me. Debt doesn't qualify you from buying a home, but it does shape the size of the home loan you can get. So if you're serious about getting into the market this year, let's get your debt in check. Clean up your finances and build a strategy that works with your situation, not against it. Thanks for joining me today on That Home Loan Hub. If you've got debt and you're not sure where you stand, send me a message. There is no judgment, just strategy. Hit follow, share this episode with a friend who thinks they're too deep in debt to buy. And remember, one good plan can change everything. Catch you next week. And that's a wrap on That Home Loan Hub. Don't forget to hit subscribe and join me next time for more property tips and tricks. Your next smart move starts here.